Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of EETV, where I'm trying to bring you everything in entertainment. And with Netflix releasing the Power Rangers 30th anniversary special coming next month, I have a few thoughts about this. Now, we do know, having watched the trailer, that Rita Repulsa is back, but she is a robot this time. And a lot of people have a problem with that, but in my opinion, I'm perfectly fine with it. And the reason why is because when the Z wave hit her and Lord Zed, you can see the evil energy escaping, and then their bodies were left the way they are. So you could just say the evil energy was brought back into the robot with the same memories, because the energy experienced what it experienced in Rita's old body, and now she's back. Now, what can we say? Who built the body? Well, I have a theory on that too. I think Finster built the Rita body out of the pieces of the machine empire that was left. Because you remember at the last episode of Zeo, when King Mondo and Prince Sprocket and King Mondo's wife, her name escapes me at the time, they were all scattered into pieces at the last episode. So I think Finster took the pieces from the Machine Empire monarchy and crafted himself Rita. Why did it take so long? Because he had to track down the evil energy and probably had to do some type of ritual to just get her energy to put it back into the body. That's what I'm thinking. The other thing I'm thinking is this it for her plan? Because when you watch it, Rita specifically says that she'll go back in time and stop them from ever becoming Rangers. And I do have a problem in that, and here's why. The reason why I have a problem with that is because if she does that, what's to stop the Machine Empire from doing what they did before? Nothing. Rita and Lord Zed were not strong enough to defeat King Mondo. Even if she does defeat the Power Rangers, then King Mondo and the Machine Empire is going to beat her anyway. So it's pretty short-sighted plan, if you ask me. Not only that, the flaw of her plan is, even if she goes about doing this, it's still not going to come to fruition, because then it will be detected by the Time Force Rangers, and they'll go back before that time to stop Rita beforehand. Now, I'm only saying this is because, yes, I did analyze the trailer, but I didn't zoom in, so I know Rita has captured some different Rangers from different teams. So I don't know if she happened to capture some of the members of the Time Force team, and that will prevent that from happening. But that's the reason why I threw that out there, because what's to stop the Time Force Rangers from going back and stopping Rita for doing that if she goes back and tries to pull off that plan? Now, I know it's been done before. We've seen episodes on Mighty Morphins before, when they went back in time and remember Tommy character, when his representative, his ancestor was the White Stranger. Remember that? It's been done before, but I know the reason why they did that. They have to do that because they need a reason. If some of the Rangers are captured, for them to be able to be seen at least morphed, like in some of the other later trailers, we saw what could be Tommy in the Green Ranger costume, and that's the reason why. But and then on top of that, it's I want this to be good, but at the same time, hearing what Jason David Frank, rest in peace and respect to him and his family, what he had to go through, and how they were calling his actors like helmet heads, and how they could just be replaced by throwing some old voiceover footage and then having him there, and then have the other actors call him by his own character name, Tommy. Like that, I am in complete disagreement with that. I thought that was a low blow. So I understand why him, and for whatever reason that Amy Jo Johnson doesn't want to do it, I'm perfectly fine with it. She says she don't want to do it. She don't want to do it. I'm cool, and she does not have to give a reason either. Look, she spent a long time on that franchise. and she is not under no obligation to come back and do an anniversary special if she doesn't feel like. And neither are the other actors who played any other Rangers. They're not under any obligation to do that unless specified in the contract. So I don't have a problem that Amy Jo Johnson's not there. Would I would like her there? Yeah, but if she says no, then hey, I'm perfectly fine with it. So back to the time travel. It's been done before, you know, and that's why everybody's going, But I understand why they did it, because they need to have the other Rangers there. And how are you going to have the other Rangers there unless they're there when they're morphed in their younger versions to help take on Rita Repulsa? Now, I read some more articles and they said Rita Repulsa was also going to be the main villain. But I would like to see some more surprises. I know Lord Zed has made his appearance and they brought him back. And I don't know if it's just so much going on with. I want this to be good. Now it's good to see. It's good to see Walter Jones back and David Yost and Catherine Sutherland. It's good to see them back, and it's good to see Adam Young Bosch as well. And it is good to see Karan Ashley as well too. You know, and I'm sorry, the actor who plays Rocky, his name escapes me at the time, and I'm not going to butcher it by trying to remember it now. But I'm like, it's good to see them back, because I grew up with that show and I enjoyed it. But you got to give me more than bringing back some original cast members, bringing back the first villain for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, given that they use better cinematography than what they did back in the 90s. And now we have increased special effects and CGI. And I need more than that for order for me to enjoy this 30th anniversary special. Otherwise, I'll maybe watch it once and it's nice to see both the men and women that I like to grow up watching on TV when I was younger. But I will only give it one watching, and it's like, that's it. It's like, I want this to be good to the point that anybody who, you would get multiple watches out of this thing. That's how it should be. And I did a video on this a while back, and I hope they make it more like Sentai. And not to say that I want it more like Sentai as far as them using the props and the storylines. I want it more like Sentai, like how Sentai is more serious. And that's what it is. And you can be more serious with the Power Rangers without getting dark. So, you know, I know a couple of people upset, no, it has to be a certain way. I know, but you can get more serious with the Power Rangers without having to go really dark on it. And the time travel has just been done over and over again. You know, we had time travel in Mighty Morphin. We had time travel, which was handled well, by the way, in Time Force. You know, I mean, it's been done before. So it's like, all right, we got to have it again. But on the brighter notes, you know, I want to see if Finster actually was the one who created the robot body for Rita and tracked down her evil essence to put her back in there, or whether it was Zed. And I also want to know if there is a hidden villain behind there besides Zed. I would like another villain to be born in this, but I just had an epiphany now. I think that Lord Zed's involvement is going to be minimal, that Rita is going to be, just like they said in the article, that Rita is going to be there and she's going to be the main villain. But I also think that when we saw the old monsters and they had robotic parts, I think Finster was taking all of the monsters that he could gather and what pieces that he could gather after the monsters were destroyed by the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and whatever he couldn't get together, you know, with his magical clay and all, then he would just put together extra with robot parts. Now, what I'm interested to see with this is, you know, Finster was a master in magic and molding the monsters that Rita wanted out of the clay. So did he spend time training to learn how to use the robot pieces from the Machine Empire? Or does he have someone secondary from the Machine Empire helping him out, fusing everything together in hopes that they will get vengeance on the Power Rangers for what they did 30 years ago to everybody? We'll see and we'll find out. But I'm interested to see that. And I think that we will gain some other surprises. Like we saw Karan Ashley and we saw Johnny Young Bosch in the SPA, and then we found that out that that was the training facility for SPD. And I think that, I mean, I don't know if they're going to do this, but it would be nice if they would do this. And we also, like, if you zoom in on some of the other things, we saw that, you know, Billy Cranston has his own company. I would like to see, if at all possible, because, you know, if you also watch the rest of the trailer, we see Reefside and we see, you know, the Dino Thunder Rangers. It'd be interesting to see if maybe Ethan is there, you know, and helped out Billy with some things. Also, I would like it if the Aquatar Rangers, the Alien Rangers, would make an appearance for a little bit, because seeming as Billy spent so much time with them. And also, I mean, can we get a nod at the Zeo powers, since they were technically not destroyed? I mean, come on now, can we get a nod at the with the Zeo powers, since they were not destroyed? I would like to see that as well. And I think also that maybe one of the villains for Cosmic Fury will be thrown in the mix, just for a little bit. I know they're probably gonna have to focus more towards the 30th anniversary special, so the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers cast can get their shine. But I do think we might get a little bit of that and a connection to Cosmic Fury. So I'm interested to see how, like, if they handle this right, then it'll be just more than nostalgia bait. And that's what I'm looking forward to see that it's not nostalgia bait. Because I'll be honest with you, from Mystic Force through Beast Morphers, man, I was displeased. From Mystic Force all the way up to Beast Morphers, I had tremendous dislike for the franchise, man. I did not like the direction they were going. There were some spots here and there that I liked, but overall I was dissatisfied. And between all those eras, I was completely dissatisfied with that. You know, the last season that I really enjoyed and really liked from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, because I watched Super Sentai, but if you're just talking about specifically Power Rangers, you know, US based stuff, the last season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers that I really enjoyed was SPD. And then I'll be honest with that, I everything else was like, just left a bad taste in my mouth. And I, like I said, it's nice. And like I said, it was nice when a little bit further on down the line, when they had Operation Overdrive and Adam came back again with the team of other different Rangers. That was nice too, but it was like a bright spot and everything else was kind of wishy-washy. So, like, I am going to be reviewing this when it comes out on April the 16th, and I'm going to pick it apart, because the Power Rangers fandom deserves more. All of us. Now, I don't care what your age is. All of us deserve more than to be brought in with just some nostalgia bait and to give some half-hearted attempt and then saying, okay, that's all you get and that's it. In my opinion, they should have made this 30th anniversary special and then made it a mini series, make it about between 10 and 12 episodes. In my opinion, that's what they should have done. And they should have done that in order to tie up a bunch of loose ends that didn't make sense. All right, you see the crack tube and everybody says Zordon, but what if we get the fake out and we get Demetria? Remember Demetria from Power Rangers Turbo? Now it'll be interesting to see if she's there, because I know people said Zordon's coming back, but that the Morphing Masters are bringing Zordon back. But I also think maybe they should fake it out at first and we don't get them right away. So like maybe you have Billy or Zach in the command center and he's speaking and you think Zordon's gonna talk and be there, and then but you're talking to Demetria first, and then Demetria leaves the tube and then Zordon comes. They got to give him some sort of entrance, since he went out with a bang in Power Rangers in Space, you know, after, you know, what happened with Andro shattering his tube with the Spiral Saber at the end of Power Rangers in Space. So he went out with a bang, so they should bring him in and have him be introduced, not just, you know, he just appears like, Rangers, I'm here, and you know. But And I can definitely see. I can see it from all points of sight. I can see some points of the fans saying he shouldn't be there because then that just makes his sacrifice at the end of Power Rangers in space meaningless. And I can see other people say, well, that's good that they're bringing them back and that the Morphin Masters are bringing them back. And I'm on the fence with this because if you're okay with them bringing Lord Zed back and other enemies, villains coming back, why wouldn't you be okay with the first mentor of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Zordon? Why wouldn't you be okay that he's back? Well, look, I'm on the fence with that. Like, I'm not taking either side on that one. It's like, to me, what's going to make or break my decision with that is how they introduced. And if we finally have confirmation to see if the Morphin Masters brought him back or if he comes out in some other way, and then we got to see if that is correct, then how did the Morphin Masters bring him back? You know, like, what are we going to see on the screen when they're bringing him back? That's going to be major to see how they do it on the screen, to see if a lot of fandom likes it or if they don't like it. But I also think they should throw Demetria in there as well, you know, just for good old time's sake. And if they've done their homework, they can connect. They can throw so many Easter eggs in this anniversary special that it'll even make the most hardened Power Ranger purist crack a smile, even though if that Power Ranger purist doesn't necessarily like the 30th anniversary special, at least they'll crack a smile a couple times with all the mentioning of all the different seasons being connected with this 30th anniversary special. Well, that's all I got for that one. I wasn't going to do a trailer analysis because everybody else did a trailer analysis. Like you said, I'm a smaller channel, so I'm always trying to look at things from an alternate point of view to give you the best in entertainment here. But yeah, that was my main thing. You know, I want to see how they bring back Rita. If Fenster's the one to do it, how's he doing it? Is he having somebody from the Machine Empire help him do it? How did these monsters come back? You know, was Fenster involved or somebody else involved? Or we'll just wait and see. And also, I think there's going to be some more surprises as far as other Rangers appearing that weren't in the trailer. And I hope they keep it this way. Since April 16th is right around the corner, I hope they do not release another trailer. And if they do release another trailer, I hope they don't reveal any more things in this trailer, because it's so much better when you're surprised, and it can make the experience a lot better if you don't give away too much information. That's all I have on this one. I'll see you in the next one. May the power protect you.